It's Ash from Super Videos back for another video. Welcome to the suggested video series for the channel. For those of you that don't know, I have introduced a new segment or series to the channel called Suggested Videos. And the way suggested videos work is that every Friday night at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, during our live stream Q&A video, what I do is at the end of the live stream, I look at everyone who was on the chat, who asked questions, first of all. So they were basically participating and asking questions. So you have to have at least one question asked during that particular live stream Q&A that we're looking at. And you also have to be a subscriber. So if you meet these conditions, then I take your name and I basically put your name in a hat and I draw a name. And whoever's name is drawn is the winner, and they basically can recommend or suggest a video for the week after. And I will have a 5-minute video dedicated to your topic. So as soon as I actually start talking about this topic, I will basically just allocate 5 minutes to that topic. The other thing is, from the time I let you know that you are the winner and you can suggest a video, you have 24 hours to actually suggest your video. If you don't reply within that 24-hour period, then I basically move to the next person. I draw the next name. So, of course, you can participate. You can join our live stream Q&A tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Ask your question, be a subscriber, and potentially for you to be the next winner and suggest a video. So, I started this last Friday night during the live stream, and the winner of that live stream Q&A suggested video challenge was Ken the God Gaming. So he won, and the video he recommended was what happened to Oceanside during the 6-year time skip. So this will be my video dedicated to that topic, and like I said, it'll be around 5 minutes. Now before I jump into this, for people that wanna participate tomorrow night or anytime after that during the Friday night live streams, and you want to win and you want to suggest a video, there are some restrictions on the type of video you can recommend. So the video you're recommending cannot be me watching a video and doing a reaction on it. It can't be me watching something and reviewing it. So basically what it is you recommend a topic. So for example, will Negan escape? That's a topic. What happened to Oceanside? The one we're doing today. That's a topic. So you basically have to come up with a topic that is interesting to you and you feel is interesting to everybody else as well. And I will have a 5-minute video, like I said, dedicated to your topic. So with that said, let's jump right into this video. What happened to Oceanside during the 6-year time jump? So of course, when we left the Oceanside before the time jump, the last thing we saw from them was they basically took vengeance on the Saviors and killed Orat. But we haven't kind of heard about them after that point, and we don't know what happened to them. Now there's actually 2 ways in which this could go. Their stories could potentially either be connected to what happened during the time jump and the conflict that is brewing between Hilltop and Alexandria, and their disappearance could be connected to that. Or another kind of alternative is that their disappearance could be connected to the next villains that are going to be introduced, who are called the Whisperers. Now, we already have a few hints. If I were to make a prediction, I would say that it's less likely that their disappearance is related to what happened between Hilltop and Alexandria. I think it's more likely that whatever their disappearance storyline is, if they actually reveal it, it will be probably connected somehow to the new villains, the Whisperers. Now, I do have a couple things that I do want to say about the Whisperers, but it will spoil it for non-comic readers. So I won't talk about that until the end of the video. And I will give a warning before I actually jump into that, just in case there are TV show only fans here. But I think what happened to Oceanside is that they went missing. They disappeared. Maybe they ventured off and, went off into new territory that they haven't been in before. And maybe they came across new people. Maybe they came across new threats. And maybe that's what happened to them. Maybe they were taken hostage, or maybe they were taken, maybe killed by the threat that they found along the way. And it kind of makes sense why they would just go out and go further than they were before and not want to come back to the communities, because, of course, Oceanside doesn't exist at this point. The community called Oceanside is gone. Now, if they want to stay, given what they just did to the saviors and the kind of problems that they caused by killing the saviors, they couldn't really go back to, let's say, Alexandria. I don't think the Alexandrians would have wanted to take them in based on what they have done and the issues that they have caused. Some people may even blame the Oceanside for what happened to Rick. Of course, Maggie had a lot to do with that as well, but some people may actually blame the Oceanside. So they can't go to Alexandria. They can't go to Hilltop because of the same reason. And they can't go to Kingdom because of similar reasons. There probably will be a lot of people in those communities that will be against them being there, and they wouldn't want to have them be part of their communities because of the crap that they pulled with the saviors. They wouldn't really trust them. So they are basically forced to maybe even just go out and look for their own community, to, build their own community and just get away from everybody else. So it really kind of makes sense with the story, and it fits the story for them to just want to go out further and find their own spot, find their own community. And like I said, they could have come across new threats when they were out there, when they were discovering new territories. So that's basically what I think. So now I will be jumping into discussing some stuff from the comics. And if you are a TV show only fan, and if you don't want to know about the comic book, then this is your official spoiler warning. I will dive into the spoilers in 3, 2, 1. So of course, from the comics, we know the Whispers are coming. And we know that the Whispers are very territorial, and they do punish you severely for crossing their borders. They give you very bloody warnings. Of course, if they're going to follow the comics, which I'm pretty sure they will have their own borders built, but their borders will be built by putting the heads of people that they have captured on pikes and using that as an intimidation factor to warn the people away, to stay away from their territories. So I think it's very, very likely that the heads of the Oceanside members will be on the pikes, from Rachel to Cindy herself to maybe even Beatrice. I think we might see all of their heads on the pikes. We already got hints about that as well, because if you go back to a couple episodes before where we have Carol burning the saviors, she mentions those stuff that you have belong to the people that I knew and I love. They're gone. And of course, Jed, the savior that she burned, one of the saviors, said that he didn't do anything with them and that he just found this stuff. And I trust him. I completely trust him. I mean, there's no reason for him to be lying about that. So I think Jed found that stuff. And I think it's very likely that Carol is referring to the Oceanside, and the stuff belongs to the Oceanside. But it's also very possible that we could see some other interesting stuff as well. What we could see is maybe the Whisperers killed Rachel, Cindy, and Beatrice and other Oceanside members and skin them and wear their skin to blend in with the walkers. So I think it would be vicious and epic if they do something similar where we have, the Whispers wearing the face of Cindy, Rachel, or Beatrice. I think that would be vicious and epic. But that's basically my predictions or my thoughts about what I think happened to Oceanside. That's it for this suggested video series. See you next week for the next episode of the suggested video series. If you like what you see, press like, subscribe for more content, and press the bell button to receive notifications for daily uploads. Like and follow the Facebook page of this channel to join our community. And check out the upload schedule to learn more about daily uploads.